Hello, and thanks for tuning in. Before we begin, I need to give a quick disclaimer. The project you are about to see is not a copy of Claude or Hermes. Claudia is a custom agentic framework that I built for myself. Right now, her only concern is TradingView desktop. She can use tools to interact with my charts, take screenshots so she can see what is actually on the screen, and then combine that visual information with my RAG second brain, which is basically my personal trading knowledge base. So the goal is not just to have an AI guess from a chart. The goal is to have an AI that understands my process, sees the live market the way I do, and trades as close as possible to the way I would trade, using my own framework. The paper trading account you see here has been the test dummy for the evolution of this project. The brain and the general trading system have stayed the same. What has changed is the agent framework around it. It started with Claude. Then I moved parts of the workflow into Hermes. And now it has evolved into Claudia. The account started with $1,000, and as you can see, it is up nicely on its own. Before we go any further, take a second to like and subscribe, because deep down, you know you want to see more. There are still a few bugs I need to work out. One of them is the MCP tool error that keeps popping up when I use Claude. Another is the lack of verbose tool call visibility when I use the ChatGPT or Codex models. I also need to look deeper into how Hermes and Claude track token usage, because Claudia's context window is still a little wonky at the moment. Once I iron out a few more of those bugs, I will create the skills and cron jobs for the checklist of work that Claudia will run every hour. That checklist is essentially the automated version of my trading process. First, Claudia will probe the brain for the current trade plans. Then she will check the charts to see what has changed. After that, she will use the brain to update the plan based on the new chart state. And eventually, once the checks are solid enough, she will execute trades based on my framework. That is the direction Claudia is heading. Claude and Hermes have both traded well, and they have been a huge part of building this system. But I still do not like certain parts of their frameworks for this specific use case. I wanted something more focused. Something built around my actual process, my charts, my brain, and my trading rules. That is why Claudia exists. She is not meant to be a general assistant. She is not meant to replace every agent framework out there. She is built for one job: watching TradingView, understanding my trading knowledge base, and making decisions through the same structure I use when I trade manually. The long-term goal is to have Claudia running a repeatable hourly workflow. Check the brain. Check the charts. Compare what changed. Update the active plan. Decide whether there is a trade. And if there is, manage that trade according to the framework. That is where this project is going. Right now, this is still an early version. There are bugs. There are rough edges. The context handling needs work. The token tracking needs work. The tool visibility needs work. But the core idea is already there. Claudia can see the market. She can reference my trading knowledge. She can reason through my framework. And she can interact with the same desktop charts that I use. That is the part that excites me. Because this is not just another chatbot looking at a static screenshot and making a random call. This is a custom trading agent being built around my process from the ground up. And once the hourly checklist, skills, and cron jobs are finished, Claudia should be able to monitor the market in a much more structured way. That is the next step. For now, this is a look at where the project stands, how it got here, and where I am taking it next. Thanks for watching. If you want to follow the progress, make sure to like, subscribe, and stick around, because Claudia is just getting started.